Katie Finn never planned to go from helping save the planet to helping save people. But as a graduate student in Europe, the Bosnian refugee crisis opened her eyes and her heart.
When the pandemic brought her here to Nashville, where it was announced that 425 refugees would be arriving from Afghanistan, Katie Finn had to jump in. In tonight's For Your Community, meet the 20-something on fire to do whatever it takes to help.
Everybody you see here is a TRA volunteer.
Every Monday night
This is all finished.
at the Branch Food Bank in Nashville,
We can do an urgent shop tomorrow.
Katie Finn conducts
Tonight's our biggest night yet.
what looks and sounds
That means that I want to break up these routes into teams.
like a symphony of service.
And they'll, of course, invite you in for tea because they're just really warm people and welcoming like that.
She and her band of volunteers collect food, pack trunks,
Right, son? Yeah, and then I'll get the box and everything else.
and deliver in person hundreds of emergency food boxes.
Do you remember the footage back in August of people trying to evacuate Afghanistan? These are those people.
To the newly settled Afghan families assigned to Nashville under threat of death by the Taliban for working for the United States.
It's a huge struggle because the government only helps them for so long, and then they are on their own. So they have to be self-sufficient in just a matter of months. We realized that going into their homes and eating with them, that there was a real food insecurity problem here in Nashville among the Afghans. And that's just not acceptable for people who have sacrificed so much for us and for our country and for our troops.
I met Katie in a parking lot mid-delivery, where she explained how her nonprofit, Tennessee Resettlement Aid, is helping fill the gaps.
Refugees are in crisis mode for at least 2 years. I mean, everything is a struggle for them, especially if they don't know English. So being able to help them pay their rent or pay their light bill or buy their kids' school supplies or buy a new pair of shoes or diapers, I gotta be able to do it because nobody else is doing it.
Can you tell me where you just came from and why we're standing in front of a car?
Because we're always on the move, Tracy.
Katie, I'm looking at you though. You're how old?
I'm 27.
You are 27 years old. You are carrying this on your shoulders and leading the way in Nashville.
Thanks, Tracy.
Where does that come from?
I've been so blessed with strong, like-minded people who just can't sleep at night if people don't eat. And it's that fire that you wake up every day and you do it again because it is a battle.
So what does it take to really make a difference as a part of your team?
I would say zero tolerance for suffering, and that you will do whatever it takes to make sure that somebody else goes to bed better than they were when they woke up.
Is she not unbelievable?
Wow.
Yeah. Katie and her team helps provide cell phones, English classes, washers and dryers. They're now collecting rugs for Afghan families. If anyone's out there redecorating, please. That's where the families sit and live their lives, right?
Yep.
She's always in need of jackets, coats, sweatshirts, new shoes, and with hundreds more refugees, Marius, expected to arrive here, many of whom are former professionals. Remember that. Katie's nonprofit wants to help solve their future needs. We're talking about jobs.
Yeah, Katie is doing a great job. Hey, and if you can help, go to TennesseeResettlementAid.com. All right, well, another day